Hello class, I'm here to induct the fourth module, the module in which we will be writing a lot and reading very little. From what I've read of your posts, your blogs so far, from your first posts, these are some really fantastic stories that we're going to be telling online, and if you are interested in your classmates' stories, you will see them linked to from the class site, and they're going to be the posts that each of you makes on your own site are going to aggregate on the class site so that you can just sort of log on and check and see what has been posted most recently. You can even subscribe to it with an RSS feed and just be sort of fed all of the most recent posts of your classmates and keep up with their stories if you so choose. If you're interested in that, an RSS feed, let me know and I'll tell you how to do that. I, of course, will be reading all of them and checking each Tuesday to make sure that between Friday night and, Saturday midnight, which would be 12 in the morning Saturday, and Monday at 11:59 p.m., if you want to be exact, but really between Friday and Monday night, that you've posted 1,000 words. So I'll be checking that on every Tuesday. And then between Monday night and Friday, I'm going to be checking to make sure on Saturdays, after that segment has ended, that you've posted an additional 1,000 words. It's more difficult to explain orally than it is with text, but you'll see that written up in the schedule, I think, more comprehensively than I've put it here. But suffice to say that twice a week I'll be checking to make sure that in the previous segment you've posted 1,000 words minimum on top of what you'd already posted in the previous segments, so that each week you write at least 2,000 words, and at the end of November you will have written a novelette. I'm taking part in this as well, and you will see my blog on there. And it's just going to be a lot of fun. I want you to focus once again on generating content, not on judging your content or trying to make that content as good as it possibly can be. That's actually a muscle, or the muscle for producing creative content, for telling a story, not necessarily revising it to its finished product, but just the telling of it initially. That's a muscle that a lot of workshops don't really exercise, and something which people don't appreciate necessarily coming out of workshop where they've only been asked to produce short pieces. Producing a long piece is difficult, and it takes a lot of just sort of deciding to write and not stopping, and not letting yourself be distracted, and even when you're unhappy with what you're writing, just pushing through and writing it anyway, because really one of the, I think, things that we don't cover a lot is that it's very difficult to revise anything that isn't complete yet. And so for those of you who find yourselves caught a few paragraphs into a story, revising those first few paragraphs endlessly and not finishing the piece, that can be a trap where you tell yourself that you're doing work on a piece when you're not actually finishing it. And for those of us who continuously start new things, so we write the first few paragraphs of a piece, and then we get bored with it and start another piece, and then get bored with that and start another piece. These are really common pitfalls for young writers who get stuck in the actual production stage of a piece and not actually get to that later stage which workshops tend to focus on, where we return to something complete and make it better. So this month is about completing. It's about that first stage. It's about actually generating the piece, and we're going to be generating a long piece. So I'm not going to be looking at whether stuff is perfect or not when I look at the word counts. What I want to see is a continuing story. I want to see that you're somewhat mindful of readability, but not necessarily entirely grammatically correct. I want to see that you're generating content and I'm going to be giving you a lot of advice as you're writing for where I see things going, what I see as working and not working, and your job is going to be to continue writing.